Hey guys, Maury here again, and I'm sitting here in my Dynan E92 M3, one of my favorite cars of all time. Does everything fast, fun, loud, and I wanted to do just a quick segment on BMWs because I'm obviously an enthusiast. I've owned almost every M car. I've raced a E30 M3 for 20 years. You can believe 50,000 track miles on my M3, but unbelievable car. It's always fun to beat up on Vipers and Porsches and cars that have more than 4 cylinders, but nowadays it's tough to really justify racing an E30 M3 because parts are so darn expensive on those cars, and when you have something go wrong, you know, the engine blown, you're looking at maybe 20 grand. So not what I recommend from a standpoint of a track car anymore. Definitely not even a street track weekend car, again, because of parts. So, you know, you go to the next M3, which is the E36, and you know, they've had their problems with heating and overheating and head gaskets if you're on the track, but for a daily driver, unbelievable car. And you can still get them for a reasonable price. E30s have shot up to, you know, 50 to 100 grand for clean ones, but E36s are still pretty much a bargain. And then you go to the next level, which is a E46 with the S54 motor, and pretty much bulletproof. Great cars. You can still get motors for fairly reasonable. Great car for street and going to the weekend and having fun. And then my E92, again, I can't talk highly enough about it. I love the car. So, you know, those are kind of my thinking on the M3s right now. The F80s, great car, turbo, fast, but again, you have issues with regard to track, and a lot of people are putting a lot of power down. You have heat issues and overheating. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you go to the turbo M3s. Then one of my favorite cars I've ever had is a E34 M5, which Dynan stroked for me. And I had the pleasure of never being passed in a driving school from a D student all the way to an A student in that car. They called me the big milk carton because it was a white M5. But the car was unbelievable, bulletproof, closed a door, it sounded like a tank. One of the few hand-built BMWs. So if you're looking for something that I think is going to keep appreciating and it's just a great car, look at E34 M5s. You can still get them, again, reasonably priced, and they do everything great. I put on 275,000 miles on my E34 and it still sounded great. Had a rebuilt Dyna motor, but just a great car. And then my E39, I had a E39 M5, which was unbelievable. Best looking, in my opinion, best looking 4-door sedan on the market, but they have problems too. So my Vanos went out. The clutch was a nightmare in that car. I had to put in 3 different clutches. It would slip. So the later models worked out the bugs, and there's kits you can get for the clutch, but the Vanos alone was $5,000. So I love the car, love the look, but I got rid of it pretty quick. So just a heads up on that. And that's my little tidbit for BMWs of the day. Thanks. Maury signing out.